What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, we're going to be talking about Jermaine Eluemunor. I guarantee I butchered his last name, but whatever. So, apparently the Dolphins signed him a couple weeks ago. I seen it pop up on my radar, but I didn't have time to do it then, and then I forgot to do this video, so I'm doing it now. I was just kind of looking at our roster and realized I never did a video on him. So, anyway, yeah, Texas A&M, been in the league for a little bit. I think he was drafted by Baltimore, if I remember correctly. Go to career. Yeah. 5th round, I think. Either 5th or 6th. So, yeah, let's go ahead and look at his game logs so we can see what games he started in. I have the Jets game pulled up here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Actually, real quick, let's look at his size. So he's 6'4", 345 pounds. So he's a big ass human. So yeah, number 72. Let's look at the wide view here. Looked pretty slow there. Understandable for being 345. His feet are definitely slow. His feet are slow, but it's not terrible movement. It's not like super labored for being 345. I would like to see him punch though. See how low his hands are? I'm not a massive fan of that. You should have them more tucked towards your chest so you can fire out. And because of that, he allows the defender to take his chest. I mean, luckily he's 345, but if you're 345, you shouldn't be getting pushed down like that. But he's not maximizing that strength. That's why that stuff happens. Flag? Okay. That's pretty good there. Pretty good base. So he fired his hands pretty good there. He got him inside. Turned him. Give Sony Michel this lane. I like that. It's a good rep. I think this guy could play some guard for you too. I'd like you to hold that block a little longer, but see, he seems to be better with his hands in the run game. Because in the run game, you don't have time to hesitate with your hands. Which further gives me the idea that he should be playing guard instead of tackle. Next pass set, I'll show you why. Which is going to be kind of difficult because the Patriots didn't throw the ball much last year. Yeah, he seems to be pretty good in the power run game. Hands inside, good base, turn him. One thing I don't like, I don't know if this was intentional, but there's quite a bit of space between him and the guard. See that? I'm not a fan of that. That's more so on the Patriots, but good base, keeping his feet moving through contact. How did you just lose him? Got your hands inside. You just let go. Yeah, I'm going to need you to finish that, man. But this is a pass set, so let me show you what I was talking about earlier. Let's look at this guard here. He shouldn't be getting much help here. Okay, never mind. We're looking at the right guard. Because the center is going to come over there. Okay. You see how pretty much immediately this guard is having to make contact? I think that it would be better for Jermaine. Because it feels like the longer he has to, you know, stay in front of him and think about it, it seems like his hands become less accurate and he has a better tendency to give up his chest. But as you've seen in the run game, when he's just firing off and getting his hands up right away, he seems to have better success with his hands. So I feel like if we put him inside, I think that would probably be a better spot for him. Now, I'm not expecting him to start. He's probably going to be a backup guard / tackle, but I think he would be a better guard than a tackle. We might even bring him in on like the goal line. Just have a 345-pound man. And I was going to see if there was anything there, because he was right here. But he didn't do much there, so. That's not bad there. Get to see him climb a little bit. He's going to come over, help his guard out, give this dude a hit, and then turn up field and go block the linebacker. That's not bad. For being 345, he does move okay. He doesn't move great. He just moves decently in reference to how big he is. I need to see what's happening here. Where's he losing this battle? See? Right here. His hands are too slow and gives up his chest. That's what happened. He seems to give up his chest more on pass plays. Looks like more of the same here. Yeah, gives up his chest, and the defender just has to swipe the hands down. Actually, he just doesn't stay on him. That's really what that is. He just needs to finish there. He seems to be much better in the run game. But like I said, I do think he'd be a better guard. His hand placement's kind of all over the place. He doesn't really seem to have an idea of where he wants to put his hands. It's weird because in the run game, he seems to know that you're supposed to get your hands inside, but in the pass game, he seems to want to get them on the outside. And I don't understand why. You're not supposed to give up your chest regardless of what type of play it is. Let's find another game. Let's look at him against the Rams. Find a nice, decently long drive if we can. Might be difficult considering they only got a field goal this game. There we go. Might be actually good to get this view. Is that him here? Oh, he's at left tackle now. Okay. He's right here then. Now we can get a better idea of what's happening with his chest. See? Not only are his hands low, but he's also just not punching. See, he can't get anywhere. He can't get those arms extended to where he needs to get them. Luckily, this dude isn't taking advantage, but that's not a good look. The defender just isn't really trying to get off of him there. You need to finish, dude. You just... This is him not squaring up with this dude. He seems a little lazy to me. Letting this dude pull cloth on you. He just loves giving up his chest. I think playing guard would help a little bit, but you still gotta have that. That's a little better. But you still gave up your chest. He's got a good anchor, though. You're not going to run through him. But he's so susceptible to, like, cloth pulls and stuff because he gives up his chest so easy. As you've seen a few times here. Give up your chest again. Gonna lose the hand fight now? Yep. Not very good with the hand fight. Gonna kind of go around. I feel ya. Good recovery there. Watch your feet. I don't like him crossing his feet like he just did, but feet look better on this play. I don't like how wide your hands are. I don't mind when he's like far away from you, like here. I don't mind your hands being wide out like that because you're kind of helping your balance as you're moving your feet. But as he gets closer, you should tuck them in. So you're ready to fire out when you want to. Like right here, your hands should be tucked. Tucked in tight right by your chest, ready to punch him right in the chest to stop him in his tracks. I mean, you're 345. If he was to figure out a good punch, it would help his game so much. But you just give up your chest, and he hit you with a swim move. Good thing the tight end chipped him, so it took him longer to get there. Because he swim moved you immediately because you gave up your chest. Oof. You know I don't like that. I know ultimately this doesn't end up mattering too much because they're running the other way. But don't ever assume that this edge rusher is slow. Aaron Donald isn't slow, and he's got help on the backside. But never just assume that the person you're going to be facing isn't going to be fast enough to catch up. I can't stand it when offensive linemen just try to with one hand. You've seen me, if you're familiar with my channel, you've seen me tear apart Jesse Davis for doing this exact same thing. Drives me crazy. Joe Thomas used to be able to stop people with one hand, but they're not Joe Thomas. The only two, if you're Joe Thomas or Larry Allen, because they both used to do that, if you're one of those two in their prime, you can block people with one hand. If not, stop it. Giving up your chest, but that's a little bit better. Michael Brockers is just using control here. He's got his hands inside. He can disengage with this dude whenever he wants, but he's just kind of bringing him with him and keeping his eye on the running back. Look, once he gets closer, he just comes right off. Goes and helps, makes it. Well, he doesn't really help much with the tackle, but he could have if he chose to. Let's watch a little bit of another game. Going. Okay, let's watch him against Cardinals. Oh, oops. This is a game that they won. I forgot that the Patriots shut out the Chargers like that. Let's look at that then. I forgot about that. He's the left tackle this game as well. Giving up his chest immediately. Because you're not firing your hands. Now you're going to let Joey Bosa take the inside and swipe that hand down. For being 345, his feet actually aren't bad, but his hands are terrible. They're not the worst I've seen. They're not even the worst on the Dolphins right now. But man. The only reason he didn't come off that block is because he didn't want to. It's a little better. I'd like to see him tuck his hands in a little bit more, but that's a little better. He doesn't use it, though, to really fire. So gives up his chest and lets Joey do that to him. Give up his chest. Good thing he has help. And I realize, yes, it's Joey Bosa, but still. That's a hold right there. What you doing, man? Who's down? My thing is, 5 years into the league, you shouldn't be doing this shit. Yeah, it's more of the same, man. You're giving up your chest, letting him defeat your hands. There's no hand fight. It looks like his arms are kind of short, too. Which, playing guard would also help with that, too. Because at guard, you're making contact right away. So the reach isn't quite as important. Let's watch the center at 95 here, or the guard, whoever he ends up making contact with. That's rough. But this isn't about what the guard does here. It's more so, look how quick the center had to make contact with this dude. Right? Like, it's immediate. I think that would be better for Jermaine. Now let's take our attention back to him. And this is a bad example, but you've seen it in like past sets where, you know, he has to hesitate, and the lack of hands really gets accentuated by that. Oh. See, this is something we've seen Austin Jackson do. So Joey Bosa has been beating him to the outside all day long, right? So now, as soon as the ball is snapped, he's trying to overcompensate for that by starting to go to the outside immediately, and he just gives up the inside willingly. We've seen Austin Jackson do that. Luckily, your running back was able to save himself, but you shouldn't depend on that. Keep up your chest. We get the point. So, yeah, like I said, for being as big as he is, his feet actually aren't terrible. And switching him to guard won't make his hands not matter, because you still have to be good with your hands, but it seems like his problems are a little bit not as bad when he's making contact with someone quickly. When he has to actually think about it, he seems to have a little bit of an issue. Now, in like a bad scenario where we have a bunch of injuries, could he play tackle? Sure. But I don't really want him starting, period. I kind of want our young guys to start. And I don't think he can play center, so it is what it is. So, yeah. At the very least, he's another camp body, but, I mean, I think he's at least as good as Jesse Davis, so I don't know why. I don't see why he couldn't make the team, at least. At least give them a fight for it. So, yeah. Anyway, one thing that this guy does do, because Michael Dieter is kind of our backup guard / center. So this guy is a backup guard / tackle. So there is some position versatility there. So that's a thing. So, but anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. So pretty much every YouTuber on this platform is pretty much doing ads like this. YouTube's ad revenue is broken. It doesn't really pay well anymore, so we have to look to outside sources to make our income. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, I would greatly appreciate you going over to my Patreon. It doesn't take much. Just $1 a month would really help me out quite a bit and continue to help me be able to put out these videos, because I put a lot of time and effort into it, especially during draft season, watching the film and everything like that. So I would greatly appreciate you guys going to check out my Patreon. It is Anime Dolphin, no capitalization. The link to it will be in the description of this video and pretty much every video moving forward. So yeah, if you want to help support me, that'd be greatly appreciated. There's multiple different tiers. It's all explained well on my Patreon account. And if you want to check that out, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.